What's up, everybody? Good morning, or if you're on the other side of the world, good evening, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about some really awesome stuff. We're going to talk about the pros as well as the cons of becoming a real estate agent. And this is going to apply whether you live in Maine or whether you live in California or Alaska or Florida or anywhere in between, or on the other side of the world, who knows. But we're going to talk about all those things today, so keep watching, like the video, subscribe down below as well. It really helps out the channel, so let's go. Bam! That was just for effect. All right, guys, the first pro, it's kind of obvious, it's a big one though, all right? I think it's the best pro, and that is uncapped income potential. What does that mean exactly? It means if you want to make $20,000 a year as a real estate agent, that's fine, you do that. You can do that, no problem. If you want to make $20,000 a month as a real estate agent, you can do that too. And if you want to make $20,000 a day, there's certain situations in which you can do that also. Real estate, selling real estate is a great opportunity if you want to just be able to make however much money you want. You don't want your boss breathing down your neck in your 9-to-5 job telling you, you can only make $180,000, or you can only make $75,000, or you can only make $600,000. If you want to set and actually be in charge of how much money you make, then being in real estate sales is a great option for you, because you can make literally however much you want. It's up to you. That brings us to pro number two. Now, pro number two is that there's so many business ventures and avenues and opportunities and options and all of these things with real estate. For example, you can be a real estate salesman. You can sell real estate. Just within that little area of real estate sales, you can be selling residential real estate. You can be selling commercial real estate. You can be selling land real estate. You can be selling retail real estate. You can be selling high rises. You can be selling ranches. You can be selling whatever the heck you want, and it's all up to you. And that is just within real estate sales. If, say, you're a baller, you've been selling $1 million a year in real estate, and you're just like, okay, I'm kind of done selling, I want to, spread my wings and fly a little bit. Well, guess what? You can start a title company. You can start a property management company. You can invest in real estate. You can start a wholesaling company. You can be a wholesaler yourself. You can invest in commercial real estate. You can do all the things you want, ever possibly imagined with real estate. It's all possible, and understanding the fundamentals of real estate sales, how contracts work, all of those things is very helpful to get into those other avenues as well. So those are two of the great pros. All right, and pro number three. Pro number three is really good. You have a lot of schedule flexibility. That doesn't mean you don't work, because that's a big misconception. In real estate, you work a lot. You do work. However, if you have a doctor's appointment, or you have a brother that has a birthday, or you have a twice removed uncle that has a birthday, and you just want to go because you're that tight knit and close, you can go. And it's all up to you, because you set your own schedule. Kind of like I said with the income one, you don't have a boss telling you what you can make. You don't have a boss telling you when to be where and when to do what and when to have a report sent in or when to write this contract. It's all up to you, and you set your schedule. So if you have certain things, say date night every night with your wife or your spouse or whatever, you can go and have that date night every night, Wednesday night, Friday night, whatever you set. You have that freedom of scheduling because you run your own business, and that's the benefit that gives. All right, and number four. Number four is somewhat tied into pro number two. I say that because number four is, instead of climbing the corporate ladder, you get to own the corporate ladder. And what I mean by that is, if you choose to, again, it's all up to you in real estate. You can start your own title company, start your own real estate company, start your own brokerage, start your own team, whatever you want to do. You can be the one that's calling the shots, or you can be one of the people that's helping call the shots, or you can basically choose whatever position you want to be, whatever you feel most comfortable with and love, and you can do that thing. If you don't want to worry about climbing the corporate ladder and getting to the CEO and becoming the president of a company, in real estate you can start your own company, start your own brokerage, start your own team, start your own whatever, and then you're in charge and you get to do it how you want to do it. And so that's a great thing. Number five. Number five is really great, and I think number five is very important for everybody. And the number five pro is that you get to learn sales, okay? Now, I don't mean this like slimy, greasy, lame, used car salesman sales tactics that we think about. I'm talking about you actually learn how to negotiate, you learn how to be a consultant, you learn how to interpret someone's personality and how to respond to people, how to read people, nonverbal body language. You get to read people in very different ways, okay? I'm not sure what that just means, but you get to do it. What I meant right there was that with learning sales, you get to learn how to discern people, what they're saying as well as what they're not saying, because that's oftentimes more important. I believe the stat, don't quote me on this, but I believe the stat is that only 7% of what people communicate is through verbal communication, basically what they're saying. So part of sales is learning how to understand when someone's sitting like this, or when someone's turning away, you know, when someone has their foot pointed certain ways. What does all of that mean? What happens when you say certain words? What happens when someone answers the phone and they use certain words with you? You get to learn how to discern their personality, and that's a great benefit to you in life in all aspects. So learning sales is great because the whole world revolves around sales. Without sales, our economy would be down in the dump, okay? It would be gone, all right? Because everybody has to sell something to someone in order to get someone to make a purchase, in order to fuel the economy, in order for us to stay alive. So learning sales is crucial. Whether you become a real estate salesman, a car salesman, or whether you're in a corporate job, you would not have that corporate job unless there were salesmen selling the product or service that your business runs off of. Get that? Understand it? It's great. And number 6, the final pro, is that you will never lose your job as a real estate person. And why do I say that? It's because you are an independent contractor, a 1099 person. That's how the government sees you, which means, yes, the brokerage can fire you, I guess, if you want. If you were being all shady and illegal, then yeah, your brokerage is probably gonna say, like, get out of our brokerage. But you still have your real estate license, assuming you didn't do anything too illegal. Let's verify this. The government can fire you from being a real estate salesman if you do super illegal, shady stuff, okay? That's just kind of, yeah, it's good to know. But what I mean by nobody can fire you is that your job is not dependent upon someone else. As long as you're following the law, you can stay at whatever brokerage you want for typically however long you want and make however much you want, and it's all great to them. Or you can start your own brokerage, you can own the ladder, you can start all these different companies, like I said, and since you own the ladder, you can be the only one firing yourself. Okay, does that make sense? So that's number 6. You cannot be fired unless you do stupid, legal, shady stuff, in which case the government will fire you. So just keep that in mind, but typically you won't be fired. All right, now let's get to the 4 cons. There were 6 pros, 4 cons. That makes up the total of 10 pros and cons that you saw in the thumbnail. I don't know why I pointed over here because you're not seeing it, but anyway. All right, con number 1 is this. Yes, you do have the freedom and the flexibility of creating your own schedule, but you have to be a self-driver, you have to be disciplined, and you have to be willing to put in the work. And what I mean is that if you're not the kind of person that is able to get up, go to work on your own with nobody telling you what to do, then maybe don't get into real estate, because you will have to get up, you have to go to work, go to your office, go to your home office, schedule appointments, lead generate, do all of the money producing things in order to run your business. People won't be telling you, you have to be here, you have to be there, you have to do this, you have to do that. People won't just be handing you business. You have to go out and get it. Go out and get something, bring it to the cave and eat it, like the cavemen. That's basically what you have to do. If you do not produce, you will not survive. And so you have to be willing and driven to produce. And con number 2 is this. Con number 2 is that you will have some ups and some downs in real estate. What I mean by that is that there will be times, it's sales, it's business, where you have drier months and you have more lucrative months or more productive months. Your roller coaster can look like something of this, okay? And anyone that says there's no roller coaster, they're lying, okay? There is a roller coaster. That's how all businesses operate. No business is always exactly the same. If you look at the S&P 500 and those big companies that are public and that have projected earnings, are they ever the same? No, they're not. Why? Because they're on a roller coaster. Sometimes people buy stuff, sometimes they buy less stuff. So your roller coaster can look like either A or B. It can be the A roller coaster, that's up and that's down, and it's crazy. And what this looks like is you're getting business, 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 and then you have business, and then you stop getting business, and you realize that, and you're not making money, and then you start making money again by lead generating and doing all those things, and you've got this massive roller coaster. Or you can be constantly doing all the lead producing, lead generating, money creating activities, and your roller coaster could just look like this, just like, ooh, or just like, ooh, something like that, okay? Tiny little roller coaster. Keep that in mind. There are gonna be some fluctuations, especially as you're newer, as far as your income, and before you get that pipeline totally full and bursting to the brim, You're gonna have months that are low and some that are high, and then eventually it's gonna go from like this to like nice. Con number 3 is this. Con number 3 is that you will work a lot of hours. You're gonna be working 40 to 60 to 80 to 100 hours a week, depending on how much effort you're putting into. Make sure though it's smart effort, okay? You don't wanna burn yourself out, and make sure you're not just like doing stupid stuff, and that you're actually producing money here with money producing activities. You will be working a lot. If you wanna work 20 hours a week, then you can expect to get paid what people that work 20 hours a week get paid. If you put in the work though, you're gonna make a lot more. Along with that is you will do a lot of driving, depending on where you are. For example, I live in DFW, Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. It's pretty large. I do a lot of driving. If you live in some smaller place with maybe like a tiny town or a city or something, then guess what? You could drive less, and that would be great for you. Maybe you just walk next door and that's like where you list the house, and that's just great. Or maybe it's just like 5 blocks and that's where your neighborhood is, and you can make $1,000 billion doing that. That's awesome. In DFW, we drive a lot. So just keep that in mind. If you don't like driving, especially if you're a bad driver, maybe consider that. Should you be doing a real estate and putting all those people at risk? And this is the last one, the 4th con, guys, and that is simple. When you do not work, you do not get paid. Logical. All right, and that sounds simple, but think about it. When you have your 9-to-5 job, which you may have right now, what happens? You typically get your 2 weeks of paid vacation. Whoop-de-doo, hallelujah. And that means you go on your vacation and you get paid, you get your paycheck in. Well, guess what? In real estate, you go on vacation during this time, no money's coming in, okay? No money. Unless, say you plan a closing during this period, then yes, you don't have to be there at the closing necessarily, and you can still get paid. But during this time frame, you will not be doing those lead generating activities that are setting up the weeks and months ahead of you. And that's gonna create a roller coaster. So keep that in mind. There's no one paying you money when you go out of town or go on vacation or go to the moon. But if you build a solid business, you can minimize that roller coaster and just have a small one. All right, everybody, I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned something. If you didn't, leave a comment down below. Let me know why you did not learn anything from my video. And also, let me know what you want to see in the next videos. Comment, like, subscribe as well so that I can keep making these awesome videos for you. And I will not see you in the next video, but you will see me in the next video. So, peace.